Hello, Book Two.
Hello, everybody. It's the three of us because he wouldn't have it any other way tonight.
It's the Link Show tonight.
Yeah, he wanted to. He was sitting right at the table and wanted to come up. So
Look at that
here he is.
face.
I know it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so tonight we have something special.
Yep.
I'm excited. This is sort of our kickoff for the March Mystery Madness month. We're doing an original tag.
Yep.
It's called the Clue Tag.
Well, it's an original between Becky and
the Bookish Knitter, but he had some input. Don't let him give you that crap. It's
I wasn't on the call. That I didn't feel well, so
it's us and it's the Bookish Knitter.
okay.
But that all of the prompts in this tag, I'm being replaced.
Sorry.
All of the prompts in this tag revolve around the game Clue. Now the problem was there's like 9 rooms, 6 weapons, and 6 people in the game of Clue.
Yeah, that would have been 21.
21 prompts would have been a bit too much. So what we did was we chose 4 of each. We chose 4 people, 4 weapons, 4 rooms, and revolved the prompts around those. So, you want to jump into it?
So yeah, I had a hard time coming up with everything. It took me an hour and a half probably to come up with all the answers. So this one will make you think a little bit, especially if you don't read as many mysteries. I don't read as many mysteries as Becky does, or as a lot of the other hosts do.
Yeah, I think a lot of you will find that the cozy mystery readers out there are going to have a field day with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was just it just wasn't as easy as some that I've done.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start with the people. Prompt number 1 is Mr. Green, a book that takes place in the UK, because in the game, Mr. Green was from England.
Yeah.
So, should I go first or you go first?
Yeah, you go first.
All right, so for me, I chose Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. Fantastic book, fantastic movie.
Yep.
I enjoy everything about this
Yep.
this work.
It is a classic. Yeah, he's being needy.
Hey, Link.
He's probably gonna fall asleep.
Link, can you howl for mommy?
You want to howl?
Can you howl?
Huh?
Oh, come on.
Howl?
You can do it. Can you howl? Oh.
Come on, howl.
There we go.
Good boy. See? Good boy. All right. And what I chose a Sherlock Holmes story, Hound of the Baskervilles. It's in this monster. And I can't wait to read it. I'm going to be getting to it this year. So
Yes. The Hound of the Baskervilles. A lot of you've read it, I'm absolutely sure.
Is it the Hound or the Hounds?
It's the Hound.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I couldn't remember.
Yes, it is one hound.
Okay.
Number 2, Colonel Mustard. I got this on a different sheet. A book featuring a character in the military. For me, I chose Evil Under the Sun by Agatha Christie.
Yep.
There's a character in it named Major Barry.
Constantly talking about India.
Constantly talking about India. That's all he talks about the entire book. But yeah, that was my pick.
Yep.
A good Agatha Christie novel.
Mine was a Charles Todd novel named Wings of Fire. Well, actually, any Charles Todd novel about Ian Rutledge, because Ian Rutledge was a World War I. Ian Rutledge was a World War I soldier with shell shock, or known today as PTSD. Mm-hmm. And I enjoy these books. I enjoyed. I think I've read the first 5 or 6, something like that, and I enjoyed them all.
They're a very, very different type of story.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
I like them. They're slow moving. They remind me a little of an Agatha Christie story with a little more on the road travel. I like them a lot. They're actually Charles Todd is actually a man and it's a writing team of a man and his mother.
Thank you.
All right,
Yeah, I didn't know that until I read that earlier.
Yep.
All right, so number 3 is Miss Peacock. I'm sorry. She's a miss.
Yep.
Miss Peacock. A book that you feel is patriotic. Miss Peacock was the wife of more than one senator. So we got patriotic novels. And the one I picked was it's kind of a roundabout way. It's called Hook, Line, and Murder by Tegan Marr. They're a cozy mystery series that have that good vein of paranormal running through it. And the whole thing takes place around a good old-fashioned barbecue tournament? Competition. And it's just so all star-spangled, all-American good fun. It's very patriotic to me.
Yeah, what I chose was 1-2 Buckle My Shoe, also known as The Patriotic Murders by Agatha Christie. I haven't read that one, but I knew about it. And of course, with me reading Agatha Christie quite a bit here lately, I want to get into that one too.
That one's on the nose, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I love it.
I don't know how patriotic the book is. It's got patriotic in the title. Nothing will turn me off from a book than blind patriotism. So I
Survey says we will accept that.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4. Mrs. White. I'm having the worst problem with the prefixes. Mrs. White, a book where a main character is a part of the household staff. Mrs. White was the housekeeper, in case nobody knew that. I chose Her Royal Spyness by Reese Bowen. It's part of the Royal Spyness series, Cozy Mysteries. She's a distant relative. The main character is. She's a distant relative of the, I think, the King or Queen of England, and yeah, she moonlights as a housekeeper, and sometimes she has to go around and solve murders. It's loads of fun. They take place in the 20s. You want to put him down? Let him go get him. Okay.
He doesn't want to get down.
We're holding him hostage.
Yes. What I chose is actually picked by Becky for me because I could not come up with one of these. And it's 1 by 1 by Ruth Ware. And let her explain it to you a little better. She just read this, and I'm going to be reading it. So.
The book takes place in a.
All right, go ahead. And put it down.
Come on, Pug. Oh,
you got to get down, little
40 pounds.
Little Linky. He weighs 25 pounds.
He weighs 25 pounds. I know. It's hard to deadlift. Okay, so the book 1 by 1 by Ruth Ware takes place in a French chalet. It's a skiing resort, and it's one big house where people come and hold their parties, and the main character is the main housekeeper, and they get trapped in the lodge by an avalanche, and people start dying. I love it.
Yeah, I look forward to it. She's very divisive. We've said that before.
Yeah.
Not everybody likes Ruth Ware. As a matter of fact, the people who don't like her really don't like her.
And the people who do like her really like her. I'm in the really like her camp.
Yep.
Library number 5, the library.
Yeah, we're getting into the places now instead of the people.
So for the library, a book about books. Now, you cozy mystery readers,
it's easy.
You're gonna have your pick.
Yeah,
they're all about books. I chose Homicide in hardcover. It's the first of the Bibliophile series by Kate Carlisle. It's my very, very favorite cozy mystery series. She is a bookbinder, and her name's Brooklyn Wainwright.
And you love those books. You've been reading those for probably about 10 years.
Yeah. They're one of those books that when I see the new one out, I just grab it and leave. I don't read what it's about or anything. I'm going to read it.
You don't need to.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, and the one I chose, it was actually one of the 2 non-mysteries that I picked for this thing, I think, and it's Fahrenheit 451. I love that book. I think it's excellent. I think it's important. maybe not as well written as I first thought when I read it when I was a teenager. I've read it, I guess, 3 times now. And while I still enjoy it, I think it's not, but now I think of it as more important than excellent. I think it's very good, but I'm just not sure it's as well written as I first thought. But I still like it a lot. Holds a special place for me. So yeah, I enjoy it.
It's a really important book about books.
Yeah, it is.
All right, number 6.
It's an important book about freedom. Freedom to read what we would like to read. Freedom to partake of the information that we want to partake of.
That might have been a good patriotic.
Yeah, it may have.
Just in a sort of roundabout way. All right, number 6, Kitchen. A book that is a culinary mystery. Again, you cozy mysteries. Take your pick.
Yep.
I chose
under there.
Death by Dumpling. And this is a great time for a shameless plug. Starting the 1st?
The 1st, yeah.
Starting the 1st, we're going to be doing...
the 5th.
The 1st through the 5th, we're going to be doing a read-along of Death by Dumpling for March Mystery Madness. We're using this one as our bonus slot in the March Mystery Madness prompts.
We're going to be doing it with Storm Reads. Storm Reads. So if you're not part of her channel, go check it out. It's good.
Yeah.
It's really a good channel.
Yeah, we'll post her channel at the bottom.
Yeah.
And we possibly have one other person doing this with us. We hope so. But anybody who'd like to buddy read this with us?
You have until Monday to let us know.
Yeah. Let us know. But Death by Dumpling. Is that hilarious?
Yeah,
I love that name.
If you have Scribd, it's on Scribd. If you have Amazon, of course, you can get it on there. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be my 2nd ever cozy mystery. But yeah, I look forward to that one. It's the first of that series.
The cover makes me hungry.
Yeah.
I want dumplings. All right, your turn.
Mine? What is mine? I have to
don't
look
know.
at that. Oh yeah, Grounds for Murder by Tara Lush. I read that. That was my first cozy I ever read, and it was a blast. I had a great time with it, and I hope everybody else likes it. You know, it was my first cozy. Of course, it was good enough. It's about 50 pages too long, but other than that, I thought it was a really good book.
Yeah, it was a deftly written cozy.
It was, and
nothing wrong with it.
And
It's
it's
really
her first novel.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was very well written.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I've got to stop doing this. Number 7, The Conservatory. A book or cover featuring plants, flowers, or trees.
Let's see.
Oh, you want to see that part?
No. Yeah, I do. Okay.
I went for very obvious, and I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry. I went for Hangman's Root by Susan Wittig Albert.
All of these have
everyone's named after a plant.
An herb.
An herb or a plant, a weed of some sort.
Yeah.
And Hangman's Root is a plant. And it's got a plant on the cover.
Yeah.
And there's a plant in the name.
I really enjoy those covers. I think they're cool. And I think there are a ton of those too, right? Mm-hmm. Like a bunch of those. You have quite a few.
There's I think there's like 30.
Really?
Yeah, and probably once March Mystery Madness is over, I'm going to dive on top of them, like face first and inhale them all at once.
Yep. Can't say I blame you. They sound fun.
I digress. Your
the
turn.
The one I chose, I don't have. I have it, but I can't find it. I guess it's not in here. It must be on one of my other bookcases in the bedroom or somewhere in the living room. And it's called Sad Cypress by Agatha Christie. And the great thing about it, this cover is cool. It's got these beautiful flowers, red flowers on the cover. But it is kind of a melancholy looking cover at the same time.
It is. It
but
is.
It's got three flowers, and I think they're just gorgeous.
They have a very funerary look to them.
They do. And a lot of people love that book by Agatha Christie, so I got to get to that one soon.
All right, number 8, The Hall, a book that takes place in a mansion. Now this one, it's this one should be pretty easy for all mystery readers. You got so many country house mysteries out there. I chose
Well, not necessarily country house.
country house mysteries. Goodness.
Yeah, but a lot of them don't take place in country houses. They take place in castles or mansions.
Mansions.
Yeah. Not all country houses are mansions, I'm saying.
I know, but they usually take place in mansions.
Okay.
Usually country house mysteries are mansions.
Okay.
I chose The Dark Side of the Road by Simon R. Green. It's the first Ishmael Jones series, or first Ishmael Jones book of the series, and it takes place in a big old mansion, and it's really good. It got me hooked on the series just in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, it did.
And I was there for it.
Yeah, you've been there for it ever since.
Yeah.
The one I chose was And Then There Were None, again by Agatha Christie. This is my third Agatha Christie. Yeah, I love this one. I've read this 3 times, I think. This is an excellent book.
That got me hooked on Agatha Christie.
It is my second favorite Agatha Christie book after Murder on the Orient Express. Love this. This has been imitated many times.
Yeah, one by
many
one.
times.
It's actually a takeoff of it.
Oh, it is? Okay, cool.
They actually quote, and then there were 6. And then they actually quote it several times in the book, which I find really interesting. It was so good. Okay. Candlestick. This is number 9, Candlestick.
Yeah, and this is where the murder weapons start.
Yeah. A book that takes place or was published prior to 1802. And if you're wondering about the 1802 date, it's that was before electricity was discovered.
Yeah.
So I chose Umberto Eco's The Name of the Road. Name of the Rose.
Yeah.
It takes place in 1342.
1327, I think.
In the 1300s?
Or is it the 1400s?
No, it's the 1300s.
Okay, I think it's 1327.
Well, that says 1968. I don't think that's it.
No. Just don't worry about it.
I think it's 13. It's 13 something. I want to. I don't know. Can't remember. But it's in the 1300s, 14th century. It's very, very famous for being a medieval murder mystery.
Yeah. But a very, very intelligent medieval murder mystery. And not nearly as cozy. Most people who read this, they study, before or after or during. Umberto Eco wrote this and Foucault's Pendulum, and they're both very, very famous. For me, I chose, it's not an old book, not necessarily, but it is about the ancient world, and it's Ovid by David Wishart. I cannot wait to get to this. I should have put this, and I may change my person to this book right here for March Mystery Madness. This has been on my shelf for a couple of years, and I need to get to it. So I think I may change person to this or try to fit this in somewhere.
What's it about? Do you know?
No. The poet Ovid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know that, but that's about all I know. But I've heard great things about David Wishart in this series.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm game. All right, Gun. Number 10. A book featuring a police officer.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Mine is Cop Hater by, apropos, huh?
Uh-huh.
By Ed McBain. It's the first of the 87th Precinct novels. And there is a mystery in it, and a pretty decent mystery. I had a blast with it. I don't know if it's the first Ed McBain, the first novel that he ever wrote. That's actually not his real name. I think his real name is Evan Hunter, I believe. But excellent book, written in 1954, and still holds up today. It's not, it doesn't hold up great, but I think it holds up well.
Okay.
Well enough for a read. I enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, good. So for me, I chose a book called Great Balls of Fury by Annabelle Chase.
We
It's
don't have a cover for it.
no, it's because I read I read all these on Scribd. It is the first book of the Federal Bureau of Magic Cozy Mysteries, and this features a sheriff, a couple of cops, a couple of FBI agents, an FBM agent, Federal Bureau of Magic. And I love that series. Again, it's she's a fury. The main character is. Every time she uses her magic, she gets more fury powers, and she doesn't want them because her entire family's evil. Okay, so yeah, the Great Balls of Fury by Annabelle Chase, she's got a lot of series out there. I'm going to tackle some more later. All right, number 11 is The Wrench, a book with a skilled trade worker.
Go ahead.
I chose This Old Homicide by Kate Carl. That one.
This one. Here.
By Kate Carlisle. She is a contractor, and she works exclusively with Victorian style homes. The main character is, what is her name? Shannon. Shannon Hammer.
Yeah, I think they changed her name for the TV show.
Right. It's they picked Jewel for her character in the TV show, and it's a travesty. It is a travesty. The main character has curly, red, carrot top hair.
Yeah. Mine is another non-mystery. My second of only two that I chose that were non-mysteries, because I just couldn't come up with a mystery for this. And it is The Bastard by John Jakes. The main character, Philippe, becomes a pretty skilled printer in his time, in the 18th century.
Like the printing press?
Yeah, like the printing press. He would print papers, newspapers, things like that. This is right before the Revolutionary War. Yeah, it was very, very interesting and fun to listen, or to not listen. I didn't listen to the audiobook, to read about how he learned to print on a printing press. It was a very cool scene. A lot of cool scenes in that book about printing.
It's just another one of those things where the author took the time to learn about the printing press.
Exactly.
And incorporated that in his book.
I guess he did. If he didn't, he faked it really well.
That kind of thing is really hard to fake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number 12 is Dagger. A book where a ritualistic murder takes place. We actually had a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah, we did. Because we both picked books we like. Well, she picked a book I hate. I picked a book she loves. So, yeah. Still Life with Crows. Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child is what I chose. It's I think the 5th book in the
Pendergast
and then the
series.
Pendergast series.
Yeah, I think so.
It's really good.
4th or 5th.
It's my second favorite of all the ones I read. It was I don't remember exactly how to. I don't know exactly how to explain what happened, but there was a couple of ritualistic killings in this book.
The first murder it takes place in like the first couple of pages, so I'm not spoiling anything for you. The first murder is it's actually set up to look like a painting, a very famous painting. The first murder is set up, and they call in Agent Pendergast. Pendergast or Pendergast?
It's Pendergast.
Pendergast to investigate. And Pendergast he's a very, very odd character.
Yeah, very interesting character.
Very interesting. He's one of my favorite characters. I need to get back in that series.
Yep.
Why have I been avoiding it? Okay. For me, I chose The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. It's a guilty pleasure for me. I enjoy that book. I had such a good time with it. I get that there are a lot of people who don't like it, and there are a lot of people who consider it to be silly and garbage, but I enjoyed it.
Well, good. I'm glad you did.
And it is definitely a ritualistic killing.
Oh, for sure it is. Yeah.
It is by definition a ritualistic killing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Yep, that is our Clue book tag.
Yep. For March Mystery Madness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, this was written for March Mystery Madness. And if anybody out there wants to do it, please do.
Did we need to tag anybody?
I don't think we're going to tag anybody.
I think, yeah, because it's an original post. I think everybody who watches this, do it.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody. All.
We want to see all of your answers.
All 200 of you. Well, there are not 200 booktubers that watch us, but well, there might be. I don't know.
There might be.
I don't know. But yeah, do it.
200 booktubers who tolerate us.
Do it. It's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to hear your answers. This is a really fun put together, I think.
Yep. And if you're not doing a booktube channel, but you're thinking about it, do it. Do the booktube newbie tag, and then do this tag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't wait around.
Exactly.
Just find you a good comfortable spot. Set your phone or your computer up and just do it.
Yeah.
That's what we did. You can't sit there and wait for the right time.
No.
Just sit down and do it.
You'll never do it if you're waiting for the right time. If you have a smartphone, you can do this. If you have an iPad, you can do this. If you have a Kindle Fire, you can do this. You know,
we do it on an iPhone 10.
Yeah, and we have done it on my Galaxy S10. We started on the Galaxy S8. So
you can do it with your like camera in your computer.
Sure can.
And also, don't forget, if you'd like to read Death by Dumpling with us, you've got till Monday.
Monday.
Bring it on.
Monday to let us know. Yep.
So we'll see you all for March Mystery Madness. Hope you enjoyed.